This video is brought to you by
Cool green clothing coming straight up out of that DMV. You know what it is. This that Baltimore designer right here. Come on now, come and show some love and show some support. Go online right now, coolgreenclothing.com, and make your purchase. Oh yeah, by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way, and that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube, fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one, fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, definitely share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. When we wake up in the morning, no one ever thinks to themselves, this might be my last day on earth. Maybe if you have a terminal illness or have plans to do harm to yourself, but other than that, we all know we are on borrowed time because we all got to leave here one day. But when you are young and healthy, that's the last thing on your mind. Everyone leaves their home with the intentions of making it back safely. Whether you rely on a higher power or your own awareness and ability to handle yourself. The goal is to stay alert, stay safe, and out the way. Most of us encounter other people on a daily basis. Whether you go to your job for 8 hours, go to the grocery store to pick up a few things, whatever routine you have set for yourself, somewhere in the mix, you will come in contact with others. When you are walking up the street and pass an individual, if you are not in any kind of beef or street activity, most don't glance up and think that person might take my life. A lot of us stay to ourselves and go about our normal activities. The crazy thing about life is, though, you could be calm, cool, collected, and out the way, but you have no control of what other people do or how they feel. The same way you might wake up with goals to handle your business for the day and make it home safe, another person might wake up with a chip on their shoulder and think, what can I do today to cause harm or bring pain to the next person so they can feel the anger I feel? I know that's a messed up way of thinking, and as people, we try to ignore the fact those type of individuals are out there, but we all know they exist. And sometimes an encounter with someone on that type of time can turn to somebody losing their life. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be discussing a case of a fatal encounter at a subway station. Back in 2023, Christopher Foster was a 28-year-old man living in Cockeysville, Maryland. Sad to be a hard worker, calm-spirited guy who made people laugh and mostly stayed to himself. Being that Christopher lived a good way away from the city, he often caught the subway or light rail to get where he needed to go. This was a routine on a daily basis, which a lot of people in the city do if they have no car. On April 12th, 2023, it was no different. Christopher woke up, got his day started, and left home. Later that evening, the man arrived at the Shot Tower station on East Baltimore Street, right across from Port Discovery. It was a normal day. People waiting to catch the train and a lot of activity. Around about 4:45, Christopher walked on the platform to look over to see if he saw the train coming. Another man was also walking back and forth on the platform. As Christopher was leaning over, still looking, the other man walked over and pushed him from behind. Christopher attempted to catch his balance, but the man pushed him again before fleeing the area. People who witnessed the incident were shocked and quickly called BPD, who were already in the area since the police station was nearby. They responded and saw a man land on the train tracks, already pronounced gone after being electrocuted. The victim was unfortunately identified as Christopher. Nobody heard an altercation or commotion. Witnesses said a man just walked over and pushed the man unprovoked. The incident left a lot of people on edge that always visited the station. And as the unfortunate news got back to Christopher's family, his mother stated he was her most sweetest, funniest son. But her tone quickly turned to anger as she couldn't understand who would wake up and play God and randomly do that to her son. Days went by as the shot tower station went back to normal, but BPD had no information on the suspect. They got surveillance video from the area. They released a still image to the news of a man wearing glasses who people that witnessed the incident confirmed that's who pushed Christopher. As more information came in on the suspect, he was identified as 39-year-old Joseph White, but no one knew where Joseph was at. As many in the community shook their heads about the situation, others that go to the station every day stated you gotta be on point and keep your head on a swivel. But the thing was, even though a suspect was pointed out, it still wasn't a motive. Almost a month would go by with no signs of Joseph nowhere, but tips came in he might have fled to New York. Eventually, Joseph was tracked down to a hotel in South Ozone Park in Queens. He was taken into custody and waited to be extradited back to Baltimore. Once back in the city, he was charged with second-degree hit, involuntary manslaughter, also first and second-degree assault. With Joseph not talking, police told the community it probably was a random act of violence, and it's possible the men didn't even know each other. Once the case started going to court, prosecutors attempted to talk to Christopher's family to see if they were okay with the state offering Joseph a plea deal. But it was a miscommunication about evidence. As Joseph told the judge, he hasn't seen the evidence that was against him, and he wasn't happy with his attorney so far, who he only spoke to once. Joseph requested a new public defender and decided he would pick 12 and go to trial, which is scheduled for May 1st of this year. And as of now, Joseph is innocent until proven otherwise. Rest in peace to Christopher. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. No one is sure if the two men knew each other or not, or had any beef or words before. But to be at a subway station waiting to go home, the man would have never thought that would be his last moments on earth. To be pushed and electrocuted is a different kind of evil, especially if Joseph really was a stranger and this was a random act. It makes you think, do some people have that much hate and anger inside of them that they want to see others suffer even if they don't know them? It's a tough pill to swallow, but unfortunately, a run-in with somebody that has nothing to lose, if they decide to make you a target, can turn to you losing your life or defending yourself by taking a life. Whatever spirit and energy that jumped into Joseph that day is an energy we all probably felt before, but the difference is he acted on it. I'm sure once he came back to reality, he probably thought to himself, I'm probably going to prison for life because I wanted to hurt somebody because I was having a bad day. Don't let a bad moment turn into a bad hour, that bad hour turn into a bad day until you so out of your body a 10-second decision causes you to lose your life or take a life. Yeah, man, crazy situation. Rest in peace to Christopher. I definitely send my prayers and condolences to his family. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one. I ain't gonna talk too much more about the situation. Y'all excuse my voice in this video. I'm a little under the weather, but I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This another episode of the Baltimore Way. This your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.